I'm still learning how to do all this, but we're here. Yeah, I'm just gonna start, and I will have this uploaded for later because, to be honest with you, doing lives here on YouTube are so much easier. Because once I'm done, I can just upload it, and then you can have it for later. But if you are new here, welcome. My name is Alexis, and I'm a content creator, podcast host of Embrace the Journey podcast, and I'm also a self-published author. I got started with this a long time ago with life coaching, which I still do. But yeah, just want to say a nice little introduction. Hello, everybody. So I'm just getting started. I am a millennial, and as a millennial, I have seen the world pre-social media, even pre-cell phones, and now I'm in a world of cell phones and social media, and there's a new app every other day. Okay? And to be honest with you, I think I have enough wisdom and evidence to say that social media has truly hindered relationships. Not just romantic, but I'm talking friendships. I'm talking relationships in general. Clearly, the biggest ones being hit right now are romantic and marriage, because negativity sells. And I hate that. I hate that negativity sells. Drama sells. But what you have to understand is that the world operates differently than some of us. Okay, so the world is constantly changing. The standards are changing. If you look at the standards of beauty in women, those constantly change, right? But I have to say that social media, while it's not all bad, I do believe that with the right use, we can hit millions of people, okay? Across the world. People that I would never be able to meet in person. I believe social media has the ability to allow me to touch lives, okay? So this is not to say social media is all bad, but I do believe social media needs serious boundaries, okay? Serious boundaries. We cannot take everything for face value, okay? And for those of my young people on here, whether you are in your high school years, early 20s, you cannot compare yourselves to people online that you don't even know. Okay, please don't allow social media to dictate how your life is going, what you need to do, and how you need to live and how you need to look. In terms of relationships, I believe social media has greatly hindered relationships today, because a lot of people are faking it. A lot of people are fake happy. A lot of people are not really happy with each other. You know, like my parents have always told me, you never know what goes on behind people's closed doors. You just don't. And I think we're starting to see that not everybody's who they say they are, okay? And that's why I really try to make sure that who I am on here, even if it's just a glimpse that you guys get of me, is indeed who I am. I am the same on and offline. So that's just the standard I hold myself. If you've just entered into the chat or the live, hello. I am just talking about social media and how we need boundaries for everything, relationships and all that. So if you have joined, hello. But yeah, this message is for anybody and everybody who wants it. Something has to give. We all need personal boundaries with a lot of things in life. And social media is one of those. If you find yourself unsatisfied, if you find yourself always comparing, if you find yourself lonely, comparing yourself and looking at everybody's life on social media is not going to do it. So, yeah. The internet can be a great place. The internet can connect, like I said, the internet can connect a lot of people. It's not all bad, and I will never say that the internet is bad. But if we're using it in the wrong way, and holding our lives to the standards of social media and the internet, it's not going to work. Hence why I believe I'm going to push the idea that we all need wisdom. And without wisdom, you're going to fall for anything. So, and that's why if you're new here, my page, we talk about some real stuff. We talk about real things. On my podcast, we talk about real things. And really the reason how I live my life, because the Bible is the standard for me personally. Has a lot of wisdom in there. And I can talk about that. I think I have a video about my testimony on my channel. I think I do. I might have to do another testimony. But anyways, if you're new here, yes, I do believe in Jesus. I am a believer in Jesus, and without him, I honestly wouldn't be here. Okay. I don't know where my mind would be. But yeah. Again, the internet is not the devil. The internet is not Satan. The internet is not all those things. But we have to have boundaries. And without boundaries, we're going to get lost really quickly, especially the younger generation. Thank you, Nick. He is the OG leader for sure. Yeah. Aside from like denomination, I'm just a believer. I'm a believer in Jesus, that Bible. I met God outside the church. So I have a different experience with him. I have a personal experience with him. And ever since I had that experience with him, I just not haven't been the same. Okay. In a good way. So yeah, it's been about 5 years now, 6 years I've walked with him. You know, he's the OG. Okay. I don't know why people think Jesus is soft. He's gentle. He's loving. I don't know why people think he's soft though, because he's not. But yeah. Exactly. I'm in my 30s as well. So you are a millennial. You're a millennial like I am. So we grew up without computers. I think we got computers, from what I can remember, I must have been in like either 8th or 9th grade. Something like that. I didn't get my own cell phone. And I'm talking a prepaid cell phone. I didn't have the cool little Razor. Okay, I had my first ever cell phone was a prepaid little Nokia little block. It didn't even flip. It was just a little phone. And low-key, like, I felt like I was behind because all my other friends had like flip phones and Blackberries. Honestly, I had it great. I'm glad that I had the basic phone that I had. Cricket, yeah. They don't know about those. They don't know about having to go to the store, get a card, whether it was like $30, $50, $100, and that's how you had to pay for your minutes. And when I was out of minutes, my parents were like, you're done. We can't, until we get paid, you're not getting more minutes. So, I don't know what you're doing. So, anywho's, yeah. If you are on here, if you're at any, I believe that you don't have to necessarily have a YouTube. You don't necessarily have to have a Instagram. Those help. But even in your day-to-day life, if you find the younger generation lost, man, it's just like, my only thing I can say is like, just really be a big sister, a big brother to them, because not to say like their own parents aren't raising them, but there's something about somebody that's not a family member. When you guide somebody, they listen better. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because we're stubborn. I don't know. But I just want us millennials to understand that we are the new adults. That's it. As much as I don't want to be an adult, we are the new adults. So we need to act like it. You know, I hear a lot of us talk about how on social media, how, oh, there's no more cookouts, no one hangs out at home anymore, no one does house parties. Well, if we want those things, we have to be the things, right? So I remember a life without social media, and I remember a life without a cell phone. And I believe we trusted each other more. You know, I think parents weren't always living on edge, because when I would come home from school, I'd have to walk by myself. And when I got home, I called my parents. Hi, I made it home. Now, everybody is just, we have too much access. That's the problem. We have too much access to way too many things. And it's not good. And I miss it. As a millennial, I miss the simple life. I miss the simple life. I do. Yeah, like I said, the internet is not bad. It can be a great place. I don't coin anything as bad. It just needs boundaries, for sure. Lots of boundaries. I do not have kids. I want kids. I don't have kids yet. Well, like that. Like I remember seeing, like, we were outside as kids. I don't even see kids outside on scooters anymore. What happened to bicycles? What happened to all those things? Like, it's just sad. And I think social media, the bad side of social media has put fear in people. And then I know with social media after COVID, I know COVID was fear mongering. It was bad, really bad. And I know you can't live your life based off fear. You cannot do that. So, but all in all, that's really what I want to say. I'm not gonna be on here that long. I ain't gonna bore you. Just trying to get my followers to know that I'm back here online after a long hiatus. But we back in action. And obviously I'm using social media as it is, but as you see, I'm using social media to spread a message, a good message, not a negative one, because I'm tired of negativity. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Thug Nasty. I don't know your real name, but that's just the name that you have here. So I appreciate it. And yeah, I appreciate all the support. I'm gonna hop off now though. Everyone have a great day. And just remember that you gotta put boundaries on this stuff, okay? And if that means that you got unfollow the shade room, unfollow the shade room. I did that 5 years ago and it's been the best decision of my life. Okay. Just saying. All right. Peace out, home scouts. See you next time.